All right, for more on stock movers today, let's go to Bloomberg's equities reporter, Stephanie Hughes. She joins us now. Stephanie, what's going on with Magna International?
Hey, Marilla. So Magna is one of the worst performers on the TSX today, and it really shouldn't be surprising that an automaker like Magna and some of its other peers are underperforming today, just given a lot of the tariff news that we keep talking about. So in Magna's case, those shares fell by over 5% at its lowest point. It wasn't its biggest intraday drop this month, but it's all couched in that auto tariff theme that has been dominating headlines. So that story really heated up earlier today when Donald Trump said that he would substantially increase auto tariffs on April 2nd after Ontario put a 25% surcharge on electricity, adding that his tariff would basically permanently shut down the car manufacturing business in Canada, which is a pretty bold statement. In that same post, he said he would double the tariff on Canadian steel and aluminum to 50%. Now, there was a degree of walking back, at least as far as Doug Ford goes. He says that he said earlier today that he would pause the surcharge on electricity as he is speaking with Lutnick and plans to meet him in Washington later this week. But that didn't really bring the auto parts makers back into the green. They did reverse some of the losses there, but other auto names like Linamar and Martin Rea were also in the red. And I guess we're just going to have to get used to hearing those names because this tariff story isn't going away anytime soon. But Magna being the largest, that also was the hardest hit today, Marilla.
Okay, so let's talk about where people are fleeing to as a result of all this chaotic movement back and forth in the trade war, and they're going definitely to the metals.
Absolutely, yeah. So the same environment that is weighing on autos is giving a boost to precious metals like gold and silver. And you really saw that play out with Aya Gold and Silver, like you alluded to coming out of the break there. So that those shares are jumping by over 18%, or yeah, 18% at its highest point, and that was its biggest intraday jump since May 2022. So it's been a while since we've seen Aya really get gains like that. Investors, like you said, have been flocking to safe assets as they're trying to figure out what's going on in the broader market. And there's really been no shortage of uncertainty lately, given the tariff headlines and the markets coming under pressure in other areas. There's also just been this rotation out of tech names into hard assets, which makes sense as you see the price of gold really start to grind higher, even further higher, coming over the $2,900 mark as traders are weighing the outlook for the U.S. economy, especially after Trump's comments that remarked that it could suffer some blows as he's reshaping tariff and potentially trade policy there. So it wasn't just Aya there. There were other TSX listed names such as IM Gold, First Majestic, Orla Mining, New Gold, Mag Silver, a few other precious metals names that are gaining today. And that's been just a consistent story this year and at the back end of last year. So top 10 TSX performers were pretty much all precious metals names today, Marilla. It was a really interesting dynamic to see. And like I go back to, it makes sense. There's just not a lot of safe places on the markets right now.
Yeah, people are definitely trying to find them and get there. Bloomberg's equities reporter, Stephanie Hughes. Stephanie, thank you. Appreciate that.